Good morning. This is Revd Matthews, Vicar of Verwood, and I'm glad to be back with you again after a short break on a ship sailing around Britain. Time away from the usual routines is important for all of us, and I was so grateful to be at sea again, enjoying the beauty of the sunrises and the sunsets. Seeing the sun rise up from the horizon in the morning and suddenly drop below the waves in the evening always seems to me to be a miracle. I admit that I saw more sunsets than sunrises. As I gradually got into a more relaxed routine and I didn't hurry to get up early in the morning. As long as I was ready to get to breakfast before the restaurant shut, that was good enough timing for me. I slept well and ate well and valued the days of not worrying about what I had to do next. In church this morning, we will be holding our first family service since February 2020, and the theme is Do Not Worry. In the last 18 months, we have had plenty of things to worry about, and even now, everything seems to be a little less certain than it was before Brexit and the pandemic. We can't guarantee what will be happening by Christmas, or how we will manage with shortages of all sorts of things and resources, and of people in vital jobs for industry and the care sector. I think we are all much more aware of the fragility of all of our systems and of our relationships with Europe and the rest of the world. But an uncomplicated life, a life without worries, has never been realistic. Instant communication has just made all the details so much more accessible to us. So we have to learn to cope, to weed out some of the things that we can't do anything about, and to concentrate on the areas where we can make a difference. And we can always pray about those things which are most on our minds. And most importantly, we can be thankful for each day's blessing. Wherever we are and whatever our situation, we don't have to look far to appreciate the beauty that surrounds us. Sometimes just a smile and a chat with a passer-by, or the song of a robin singing when we are in the garden digging. The first reading in St Michael's service this morning is taken from Matthew's Gospel, chapter 6, and this will be presented by our puppeteers. In this reading from St Matthew's Gospel, we hear Jesus telling his followers not to worry about the things that don't matter, but to put our trust in God, our Heavenly Father, who will help us to see what's most important in our lives. In the reading, Jesus says to his followers, do not worry about food or drink or clothes or stacking up wealth for tomorrow. Of course, these things all matter, but instead of worrying, look at the birds. They're just being birds, enjoying their lives and singing their beautiful song. Look at the flowers and smell their fragrance. Look at the beauty of nature with which we are surrounded and breathe in the fresh air. Well, I find that these things help me to focus on the blessings rather than the everyday worries which can oppress and overwhelm me. I don't know how many families and children will come to our family service today. Some families we haven't seen for some time, but there is no point me worrying about it. We will keep praying for people to come along, and we hope to see some of our baptism families so they can be welcomed by Jesus' family at St Michael's. This evening at our Together at 6 service, of course at 6 o'clock, we will be welcoming a speaker from the food bank, and we will be worshipping God together with the band. Everyone is always welcome to all of our services, and now we are delighted to be able to offer coffee and biscuits too. I hope you have a good week without too many worries, but remember, take a breath and look around you and thank God for all your blessings.